a question for you. Is there something in your life that you've been talking about doing for years, maybe decades, maybe just a few months, but you just haven't actually shown up to do it? You know who you are. You know who I'm talking to. Well, I get it all the time. There's so many people in my world that are just talking about wanting to start that blog or start that business or get into that relationship or get out of that relationship. And they're in this energy of, I want this, and talking about it, but not actually doing it. And so I want to give you the number one tool to actually get into action. And it's a very, very simple practice, and it's best that we keep it simple, because the more we think we need to do, the more we don't do it. So let's just really get into what it is that we can do to just take that action. It's this, very simply put, just do it without any expectation. So to get into the action of doing the thing that you've been talking about doing, do it, just do it, like that Nike ad, without any expectation. Just do it for the goal of doing it, not for the goal of getting money, or not for the goal of getting people to read the blog, or not for the goal of making sure that the guy that you go on that date with actually calls you back. Or if you're gonna just do it and get on that social networking site that you've never been on before, just do it. Or if you're gonna just do it and get on that dating site that you've never been on before, just do it without any expectation. Once you take away the expectation and actually just get into the act of doing, the experience and the expression of the doing starts to put you into a new practice and a new energy. I have a coaching client who would often say to me that she just really didn't want to date. She was so afraid of dating. She was so uncomfortable with it. And so the homework I gave her was to just commit to me and to herself that she was just going to get on a dating site. Just signing up and putting herself on that dating site without any expectation of anybody writing her back, no expectation of having to go on a date, but just putting herself on the dating site put her into the action of doing. And within a week, she started getting a lot of little messages from those guys on that site, because she was putting herself out there into the action of doing. And so the way that we can get into that action is by taking away the expectation. It's so simple, and it's so fun and effortless and joyful to do without expectation. If you're wanting to put that blog up and don't even expect anybody to read it. Just put it up and just let it be up so that you can trust and feel the vibration of you having done that work. If you want to start to try to create a new career path and start making jewelry, make that jewelry with no expectation of trying to sell it, no expectation of trying to give people some reason to buy it, and just do it. Doesn't mean that you won't sell it. It doesn't mean that those dates won't come in. It doesn't mean that that blog won't be highly popular. But what it means is that you've gotten yourself out of the funk of stagnation and into the action of doing. Of how to go from idea to action. How can we take these ideas that we've been dreaming of and meditating on, and the ideas that have been our passions and our desire, and all the things that we may talk about to our friends at brunch, but we actually aren't taking the action on them? How do we bring those ideas to life and turn those ideas into actionable steps? So I want to give you 3 steps that really, really worked for me as I began to put my visions and goals into action in my life. And the first step is to think it. You have to be able to really just think openly, positively, and bring positive thoughts and energy to your desires every single day. So if you have a vision and a mission and a dream, you have to think the thoughts of the highest good for that vision. So if you're daydreaming or you're walking through life, just, getting from one place to the next, think your way into what it is that you want to create. And the power of your thoughts have so much magnitude, and those thoughts begin to inform your feelings. So the next step is to actually feel it. Really, really feel what it would feel like to be in the action of what it is that you are dreaming of. And what does that feel like to be on the career path that is your dream? Or what does it feel like to be doing the work in the world that you've been so longing to bring forth? Or what does it feel like to be spreading an empowering message in a unique and innovative way? And in the process of gathering those feelings, we do it through meditation. Sit in your meditation for 2 to 3 minutes a day and just allow yourself to cultivate the feeling of what it is that you desire. I have had many experiences throughout my life where I've just allowed myself to be in the feeling of service, or in the feeling of excitement of seeing myself on a stage, or in the feeling of seeing myself sitting next to Oprah and doing an interview. And all of those emotional feelings that came forth in my meditations became the manifestations of my life. So take very seriously the thoughts and the feelings. And then the third step is to begin to take action from a place of spiritual alignment. Many of us, when we have big dreams, can take action from a place of ego, like this feeling of, I got to make it happen. I got to force something to happen. I got to get into action now. Or maybe you don't take any action because of your ego. Your ego is saying, play small, don't do it, don't go there. Who are you to do this? Who am I to be great? Who am I to have an impact? And so that voice of fear is keeping you small and keeping you little. But the work here is to take action from a place of spiritual alignment. So when you do these first two steps of thinking it and feeling it through your meditation, you align yourself with an energy beyond your own. And when we're in that alignment of spiritual connection of our own understanding, what ends up happening is we start to feel a level of confidence that we may not have been able to access logically. And that confidence comes from a spiritual connection. And so whatever it is that you need to do to continue to grow your spiritual foundation will be the exact energy that you need to bring to the actions that you put forth in the world. And so I want to just begin by helping you understand the difference between what it feels like to take action from a place of ego and what is the difference between taking action from a place of spiritual connection. So when this video is over, just make a list. What are the ways that how do I know that I'm connected spiritually when I'm taking action? And how do I know that I'm connected to the ego when I'm taking action? And the first step here, just to get into it, is to just start to pay attention. Am I taking action from an ego place, or am I taking action from a spiritual place? And start to pay attention. And if you notice yourself in the ego, think your way out, feel your way back into alignment, and then take action from there. And these are just 3 steps in beginning the process of bringing your ideas to life and taking action on your dreams.